The universe is always listening. Every thought, every feeling, every decision you make sends out a frequency, an energy that ripples through the fabric of reality. But here's the catch. Most people aren't aware of the signals they're sending. They remain caught in the loop of their past, operating on autopilot, reacting instead of creating. When you learn to ask the universe in a new way, you step into a different power, one that aligns you with your highest potential. It's about shifting your mindset, breaking free from the limitations of your biology, and tapping into the infinite possibilities that exist just beyond your current state of awareness. The moment you decide to step out of the familiar, to challenge the patterns that have kept you in the same place, you are opening the door to transformation. It's not just about wishing for change or hoping for things to get better. It's about making a decision to be something greater than the version of you that's been programmed by the past. And when you do, you align yourself with a force far bigger than you could ever imagine. The real magic happens when you realize that every shift, every choice, is an invitation for the universe to answer you. The question is, are you ready to ask in a way that compels the universe to respond with the alignment and transformation you've been waiting for? The relationship between our mind and the universe is not just metaphysical, it's deeply scientific. When we speak of asking the universe, we aren't referring to mindless wishes or fleeting desires that dissipate as quickly as they appear. What we're truly talking about is making intentional requests with clarity, aligning our thoughts, feelings, and actions in a way that harmonizes with the energy of the universe. This alignment creates a ripple effect, sending out vibrations that the universe inevitably responds to. However, to activate this response, it's necessary to break free from the constraints of our current reality, to transcend the habitual thoughts and emotions that limit us. Every single thought you have is a request, every feeling is a signal. These inner states combine to create a powerful energetic force that is broadcast into the world. Yet, most people operate on autopilot, unaware of the subtle ways in which their thoughts and feelings reinforce the reality they live in. The brain, in its default mode, functions as a record of the past, replaying old thoughts, feelings, and memories. If you wake up each morning thinking about the same problems, frustrations, and unhealed experiences, you are unconsciously recreating the past. The universe, in turn, can only reflect this constant feedback loop, delivering more of what you already know. The key to real change lies in stepping outside this loop, in consciously breaking free from the habitual patterns that keep us anchored to old experiences. Only then can we step into the unknown, the space where true creation begins. When you decide to ask the universe for something new, whether it's a new life circumstance, a new relationship, or a new opportunity, you are not simply asking for a different version of what you already know. You are stepping into the unknown. This transition is where the magic of change occurs, but there's one catch: it's uncomfortable. The brain resists uncertainty because the unknown feels threatening. The brain craves predictability, comfort, and familiarity because they create a sense of safety. But if you are truly seeking transformation, growth, and alignment with the universe, you must be willing to leave behind what you know and venture into the realm of possibility. Imagine, for a moment, that you woke up every day with a clear vision of your future, a vision that excites and motivates you. What if your thoughts and actions weren't tethered to the past? What if you were no longer living in reaction to old patterns, emotions, and memories? What if you woke up every day creating your future rather than merely reliving your past? When you live with a vision of the future, you are no longer bound by the limitations of the past. This shift, however, is not immediate. It takes conscious effort to redirect the mind. It requires deliberate practice to stop reacting to old triggers and to consciously create from a place of future potential. By doing so, you begin to rewire your brain and body, aligning your thoughts and emotions with your desired future reality. This alignment signals the universe that you are ready to step into something new. The universe responds by matching your energy, creating the synchronicities, opportunities, and encounters that bring your desires into physical reality. The act of creating from the future, rather than the past, is an active, transformative process. When you visualize your desired outcomes and embody the energy of your future self, your entire being shifts. Your body begins to feel the emotions associated with the life you are creating, and your mind starts thinking in alignment with that vision. This process of alignment is not passive. It's an active decision to redirect your internal environment toward the future you want to manifest. When your energy matches the frequency of your desires, you send out a clear signal to the universe. It's not just about hoping for change, it's about becoming a magnet for the opportunities that align with the life you're creating. At a neurological level, our brains are wired to follow patterns. The thoughts we think are often not truly original. They're simply replays of past experiences, memories, and habitual ways of thinking. The brain's natural inclination is to follow what it already knows. These mental patterns create a kind of autopilot mode, guiding our thoughts, behaviors, and reactions without conscious effort. If we want to change our lives, we must change these patterns. Think of the brain as a massive network of connections, or neurons, that form pathways based on repeated experiences. These pathways strengthen over time, making it easier for the brain to follow them again and again. In essence, the more we think about something, the stronger the neural pathway becomes, which reinforces the behavior or thought. So, when you repeatedly think the same thoughts, react to the same emotions, or relive the same memories, you're effectively reinforcing the very reality you want to break free from. To create lasting change, we must break the loop of repetition. This requires stepping outside the confines of our current thinking patterns. Awareness is the first step in this process. When you become aware of your thoughts, especially the ones that are on autopilot, you begin to take control. You are no longer at the mercy of these thoughts. You become the observer. Once you identify the repetitive thoughts that are holding you back, you can choose to let them pass without attaching any meaning to them. This is a powerful form of mental freedom. However, awareness alone is not enough to create lasting transformation. To truly reprogram the brain, you must actively choose to replace old, limiting thought patterns with new ones. Rewiring the brain isn't a passive process. It requires focused attention and intentional practice. But how do we rewire the brain? One of the most effective ways to do this is through neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize and form new neural connections throughout life. By consistently practicing new thoughts and behaviors, you can create new neural pathways that support your desired outcomes. This process, known as mental rehearsal, involves mentally practicing the desired behaviors or thoughts until they become ingrained in your subconscious mind. For example, if you are trying to shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance, you might visualize yourself experiencing abundance in every area of your life, financially, emotionally, socially, until it becomes your new normal. Over time, your brain starts to recognize this vision as a reality, and your actions, emotions, and behaviors begin to reflect this new mindset. But rewiring your mind isn't just about changing your thoughts. It also involves conditioning your body to align with those thoughts. When you change the way you think, your brain sends signals to your body, which triggers corresponding emotions. These emotions create a feedback loop that reinforces the new thoughts and behaviors. In other words, your mind and body must work in unison to manifest change. As you continue to reprogram your brain and body, you begin to break free from the old mental and emotional programs that have kept you stuck. You start to live in alignment with your new vision, and as you do, the universe begins to respond. Opportunities present themselves, synchronicities align, and you begin to notice the signs that the universe is supporting your transformation. Creating lasting change involves more than just mental and emotional alignment. It also requires action. Once you've shifted your thoughts and emotions to align with your desired outcome, it's crucial to take inspired action. The universe does not just respond to your thoughts and feelings in isolation, it responds to the energetic alignment between your inner state and your outward actions. Consider the concept of inspired action. Inspired action is action that feels aligned with your purpose, your goals, and your vision for the future. It doesn't come from a place of force or striving, but from a sense of inner guidance. When you are aligned with the universe, your actions naturally follow suit. You feel compelled to take certain steps, to move in a specific direction, without needing to know exactly how everything will unfold. For example, let's say your vision is to create a thriving business. As you align your thoughts and emotions with this vision, you begin to take inspired action. You might find yourself researching business strategies, reaching out to potential partners, or taking steps toward developing a product or service. These actions might seem small at first, but they are in perfect alignment with your intention. As you continue to take inspired action, the universe begins to align with you, presenting opportunities and resources to help you realize your goals. This process is not about forcing things to happen. It's about becoming an active participant in your own creation. By aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. And when you are open and aligned, the universe responds in ways that you might never have anticipated. In the pursuit of transformation and manifestation, one of the most powerful tools at your disposal is the art of asking the universe. But there is a nuance to this art that is often misunderstood. It is not simply about throwing desires into the ether and waiting for them to materialize. It is about a conscious, deliberate, and intentional process that starts from within, anchored in clarity, energy, and alignment. When we talk about asking the universe, we are not referring to an act of random pleading or wishful thinking. We are talking about making a request that is imbued with clarity and directed by a clear vision of what you desire. To manifest with power, your asking must be purposeful, intentional, and precise. The universe, after all, responds not just to words or thoughts but to the energy you emit. Clarity is the cornerstone of manifestation. To ask with intention, you must first understand what it is you truly want. This requires stepping beyond superficial desires and diving deep into your true essence. It means that when you ask, you're not just envisioning material items or fleeting experiences, but the state of being you wish to embody. The universe will always respond to your inner state, your vibrational frequency, rather than just your external wants. For instance, consider someone asking for wealth. Rather than merely desiring money, they should focus on what wealth represents to them: abundance, security, freedom, or the ability to experience life fully. This deeper understanding allows you to align your desires with your highest good. It's essential to recognize that wealth is not just a physical manifestation of money, it is a state of abundance that permeates every aspect of life. Similarly, when asking for health, it's not enough to simply wish for feeling better. It's about visualizing vitality, strength, and wellness. How would it feel to wake up every day with energy and enthusiasm? What would your life look like if your body felt light, agile, and powerful? By framing your requests in terms of how you want to feel, your energy aligns with the result, bringing you into resonance with the universe's responses. The key here is specificity. The more precise you are in articulating your desires, the more aligned your energy becomes with the frequency of that desire. It's not just about asking for a new job. It's about asking for a job that lights you up, that challenges you in ways you've never been challenged before, that aligns with your passion and purpose. When your vision is specific, the universe can more easily respond with synchronicities, people, opportunities, and experiences that align with that vision. However, asking with clarity alone is not enough. Your request must also be charged with the right energy. The universe responds to the vibrational frequency you emit, not just the thoughts you think or the words you speak. Everything in the universe is energy, and when you make a request, you are not simply asking through words, but through the energy of your emotions, thoughts, and actions. For instance, if you ask for wealth, but you feel scarcity, fear, or a lack of worthiness, the universe will respond to that energy, not the words. In order to receive, you must become a match to what you seek. When you ask for abundance, you must also embody abundance. Feel it in your body, imagine it flowing through your life, and visualize it in the smallest details of your day. The act of asking is not passive. It is an active engagement of your entire being. When you ask for health, feel the energy of vitality moving through you. Imagine your body pulsating with life force. Imagine your muscles and cells brimming with energy, and let that feeling resonate deeply within you. If you want love, ask for connection, but also cultivate the feeling of being deeply loved, supported, and cherished. The more you cultivate the energy of what you want, the more in alignment you become with the very thing you're asking for. This is the heart of the law of attraction. Like attracts like. The more you embody the frequency of your desire, the more the universe can match that frequency with people, experiences, and opportunities that reflect the same energy. Your energy is your invitation to the universe, and when it matches the frequency of your desires, you send out a powerful signal that begins to shape your reality. Feelings are the driving force behind manifestation. Thoughts alone are powerful, but it is through feelings that you activate the universe's response. When you ask, make sure you are already feeling the outcome of your request. Feel the joy, the fulfillment, the excitement, and the gratitude that will come with having what you desire. This is what activates the law of attraction. The energy that you feel inside is what begins to shift your external reality. For example, imagine asking for a new career opportunity. If you can vividly feel the excitement, the passion, the sense of purpose, and the satisfaction of doing meaningful work, you are already aligned with that opportunity even before it shows up. Your feelings become a magnet for the opportunities you want to manifest. The more you connect with the emotional experience of your desire, the faster the universe can respond. This is how the law of attraction operates. It is not about what you say, but what you feel. The act of asking, when done with clarity and alignment, initiates a powerful energy shift. It's as though you are setting the stage for the universe to respond, but it is not enough to merely ask. You must also receive, and this is where many people fall short. They fail to recognize that asking is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing process of living in alignment with your desires. As you begin to ask for something greater, you will inevitably encounter resistance. This resistance often comes from your old self, the self that is defined by past experiences, limiting beliefs, and ingrained habits. The voice of your old self will rise up, telling you that what you're asking for is impossible, that you're not worthy, that you don't deserve it, or that it's too difficult to achieve. This resistance is the natural reaction of your mind, which is conditioned to stay in the known. But this is where real growth happens. The discomfort you feel when you step outside of your comfort zone is a sign that transformation is taking place. The moment you ask for something greater, you are inviting change into your life. And change is often uncomfortable. It's a departure from the familiar, a journey into the unknown. But it is in the unknown where all potential exists, and it is in this space that true transformation occurs. To overcome this resistance, you must be willing to face your old self and embrace the discomfort. You must recognize that your old beliefs and patterns no longer serve you. It is in this moment of decision, the decision to step into the unknown, that your true power lies. You must choose to believe in your future self, to trust that the universe is guiding you towards something greater, and to let go of the fear and doubt that has held you back for so long. Resistance is an indication that you are growing, expanding, and evolving. It's not a sign that you should stop, but rather a signal that you are on the right path. Every time you push through resistance, you are reprogramming your mind, strengthening your willpower, and realigning with your true potential. Overcoming resistance requires a combination of willpower and awareness. You must have the willpower to persist even when things feel difficult or uncertain. And you must have the awareness to recognize when your old patterns are surfacing. Once you become aware of the limiting beliefs, fears, and doubts that are holding you back, you can choose to release them. This is where mindfulness and self-awareness play a crucial role. By being present in the moment, you can observe the thoughts and feelings that arise without becoming attached to them. You can choose not to react to your old patterns and instead consciously redirect your focus toward your desired outcome. The more you practice this awareness, the easier it becomes to break free from the chains of your past. The key is to recognize that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. This shift in perspective allows you to step into your true power. You are no longer a prisoner of your old self. You are the creator of your future. And this is where the magic happens. When you confront your resistance and step into the unknown, something profound happens. Your energy shifts, your vibration rises, and the universe begins to align with your intentions. The more you persist in your asking with clarity, energy, and alignment, the more the universe responds by providing you with the opportunities, people, and experiences that match your frequency. This process may take time, but trust that the universe is always working behind the scenes to bring your desires into fruition. The key is to remain consistent in your energy and belief. The universe responds not just to the words you say, but to the energy you embody. And when your energy is aligned with your desires, the universe cannot help but respond. As you continue to ask with intention, the universe begins to open doors that were once closed, bringing you closer to the life you've been dreaming of. But this is just the beginning. The more you ask with clarity and feel the energy of your desires, the more you will create the life that aligns with your highest potential. Manifestation is not just about positive thinking or visualizing what we want. The real power behind manifestation lies in emotional energy. Your body is not just a vessel for your mind. It is the unconscious mind holding emotional imprints from past experiences. These emotional patterns shape the way you respond to life and, ultimately, influence what you attract. To manifest your desires, you need to align your emotional state with your intentions. This is where emotional clearing, meditation, and mindfulness come into play. Emotions are energies in motion, or emotions. Every emotion you feel creates a frequency that influences your body and the world around you. Positive emotions like love, gratitude, and joy emit high frequencies that align with your desires, while emotions like fear and anxiety emit lower frequencies that block your manifestations. The universe responds to these frequencies, not just your words. If you desire something but carry emotions of lack or fear, your body sends out a conflicting signal and your manifestation is blocked. Your body holds the unconscious mind, storing emotional charges from past experiences, which influence your perceptions and reactions. These emotional imprints are not just mental, they are embedded within your body's tissues, creating energetic blockages. If you carry emotional wounds or negative patterns, it will be harder to manifest your desires. Clearing these emotional blockages is essential for aligning your body's energy with your intentions. Emotional energy influences not only your thoughts but also your body's biology. Through neuroplasticity, your brain rewires itself based on new emotional experiences. By consciously cultivating positive emotions that align with your desires, you rewire both your brain and your body, creating the biochemical environment for manifestation. Your emotions can even affect gene expression, showing the profound impact emotional energy has on your life. Meditation and mindfulness are powerful tools for emotional clearing. Through meditation, you access the unconscious mind and bring awareness to emotional blockages. Mindfulness involves observing your emotional state without judgment, helping you release negative energy. Techniques like visualization also allow you to embody the emotions of already having what you desire, aligning your energy with your intentions. The law of attraction states that like attracts like. Your emotional energy emits a frequency that attracts people, opportunities, and circumstances aligned with that frequency. If you carry emotions of lack, you attract scarcity. If you cultivate feelings of abundance, love, or gratitude, the universe mirrors this energy, bringing you opportunities that match your emotional state. Once you align your emotions with your desires, the next step is to live in the flow. Living in the flow means trusting the process and having faith that the universe is working in your favor, even when you can't see the full picture. When you're in alignment, things begin to unfold effortlessly, opportunities appear, and coincidences occur that feel perfectly timed. Trusting the flow allows you to step into the abundance that is already on its way.